Good evening. Good evening once again. It's good to have everyone here and happy Sunday. So we'll be continuing from where we stopped last week. We had an amazing session last week. We talked about how to take care of your skin, simple mistakes people make with their skin and how to fix your skin and all that. And it was really insightful. And we are really excited today to take it further to how to enhance your fashion look, how to look better, how to wear clothing that fit your body better, and all that. And we are having the amazing Jochebed Adagadzu. I don't think I got that right. I'll try it again.
You got it.
Jochebed Adagazu. Am I correct?
Yes, you are.
Oh, great. Thank God I did. Okay, so she's a fashion designer who has spent over 10 years amazing making dresses and bringing style ideas to life. She has a keen eye for detail, color, and fit, and she creates pieces that are comfortable and thoughtfully made. That's really amazing. We're so glad to have her today in our midst. So, without further ado, I would like to give her the space to speak to us and teach us how to look better, how to enhance our look, how to style based on our body types and all that. So thank you so much, Joshua, for joining us today. We are happy to have you. The floor is yours now.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, as she earlier mentioned, my name is Jochebed Adagadzu. I have been making dresses for quite a while now, 10 years plus. And it initially started as plenty disappointments from, you know, tailors and all that. And I was like, why not? Let me make it something I can do for myself. And from there, it became something I started to do for money, for funds. And
Amazing.
so I'm happy to share with you today how you can upgrade your looks,
Okay.
how you can style yourself, and to tell you that your body is yours and it is unique and there's no need to hide. So without further wasting your time, we'll just go right into it because we don't have much time. So first of all, I think we should talk about the body types. We have basically five major body types based off your, the way fat is distributed on your body and and your structure. So can you see my screen?
Yes, we can,
Hello?
but we can't see
Okay.
you.
You want to see me?
Yes.
Okay. Let me minimize it so that you can see me too. Sorry. It's, the system seems to have a mind of its own. Sorry.
It's fine. But it's okay if it will be a challenge. We can make do with your audio.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's more of a blind spot for me. I'm not seeing the
Okay.
answer for it. Yes. So I'm just blindly touching anywhere to see if
Okay.
it's
I
possible.
think you can go ahead if that's the case.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we're going to be talking about body shapes. As I said earlier, we have five major body shapes for women. And you can see we have the pear, the hourglass, the rectangle, the apple, and the inverted triangle. Now you may be wondering what a pear body type is or how you'd fit into a pear or an hourglass body type. It's simple, really. You just get a measuring tape, and then you measure your shoulders, your bust, your waist, and your hips, and then you write it down. Then you observe how your measurement is being distributed. If your shoulder is smaller, your bust is small, and then you are really endowed on the hip department, so you are a pear body shape. If your upper body is wider and you have a really defined waist or snatched waist, as we call it, very narrow waist, and then your hips are also protruding, very obvious, then you have an hourglass body type. If your shoulder, your bust, your hip measurements are similar, maybe let's say the difference is about 1 inch or 2 inches between your shoulder, your bust, and your hip, then you are a rectangle. And then if you are bigger in your midsection, your bust is big, your hip is big, and then your legs are slim, you are the apple body shape. Then if you have really wide shoulders and your shoulders are wider than your hip, you are an inverted triangle. So for you to accurately tell that this is your body type, you have to measure yourself. And when you are measuring yourself, please do not wear excessive clothing. Just be as light as possible so that, clothes can add bulk to your measurement. So just make sure you're maybe in your underwear or in a light clothing, very light, maybe leggings or something, and then you measure yourself, you take note of it, and then you can tell what body type you are. As I said earlier, the aim is not to hide your body. Your body is a gift. God has given it to you to show us what God has given you so that we'll celebrate you. So the essence of this is to dress yourself in a way that you feel confident and we can still appreciate what you look like. It's not for you to dress and hide. I used to be in the category of, I don't want people to see that my waist is small or my bust is, no. You just dress to complement, to balance what God has given you. So you can see the body shapes now. Can you see me? Sorry, can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So for the rectangle body type, as I said earlier, the measurements are similar. So you are more like you're on a straight line. If you can see it, you're just there. So your aim is to highlight the curves so that you will not look too, you'll not look like we drew you on a straight line and came and put clothes on you. So what you would want to do if you are a rectangle body type is to avoid bodycons, those really tight clothing that will not, they are just straight and tight. They are hugging you everywhere. It's not for you if you're a rectangle body type. What you'd want to do is to wear wrap dresses or peplum clothing, something that will hold you at the waist. They call it fit and flare in the fashion industry, something that fits your upper body just at your waist, and then it gives a flow. It will now define you better because it's holding you at the waist and there is giving an illusion of there's something going on here before it now flows down. You look better in it. Also, belt is your friend. You want to use a lot of belts so that it defines your waistline. If you are a rectangle or if you have the rectangle body type, you would want to use a belt. You want to wear clothes that have a deep neckline, maybe a V-neck, a scoop neckline, something that goes down so that it can define your body shape in the way you want it to be. So also you avoid what we call pencil trousers and pencil pants. You want to wear wide leg pants, not necessarily straight legged pants will go, but you would want something wide so that there's something holding you. Say you're wearing a shirt, there's a belt, and then a wide leg pant. It now your body looks, if you've given yourself a curve or how you'd want to be looked at. Then if you have the pear body, you already know that your upper body is smaller than your lower body. So you would want to complement that. You would want to wear things that are structured. Let's say you're wearing a blazer, you would want the blazer to be structured. You want maybe a shoulder pad or something so that it gives balance on your upper body. You would want to wear something that has structure upward. Maybe your sleeves will be exaggerated, your sleeves will be wide, it now fills in your upper body. Then with your lower body, you can wear a flare, just little flares. You can wear straight legged pants. And you should be careful with your lower body because you would not want to wear ruffles from your lower body downward. It adds bulk to your lower body. So if you do that, you still end up looking bigger down and too small up. So all your structure should be up. When you're dressing a pear body, your structures should be up. Let me put this so that you can have an idea of what I'm talking about. So you want a line, you can see the structures are up for the pear body. So for the hourglass, you would want to define your waist because that is like, let me say that's your selling point. So if you're an hourglass, a belt is also your friend. You can wear stuff that have bulk up and a little toned down on your middle body. Also, you avoid the low-waisted trousers if you're an hourglass, because again, as much as we are dressing for to look good, we are children of God and we also dress for decency. So when you wear really low-waisted trousers, before you bend, there's everything showing and it takes away from your look. So you would want to look well put together. You wear high-waisted trousers. That way, no matter what, your hip will not pull down your clothing. You are still looking good and you're still very well covered. That's for the hourglass. You would want to also use a belt. Then again, bodycons are your friend. These really fitted clothes, you already have the shape for it. But if you are wearing a bodycon and you're an hourglass, please make sure it is not too tight. Make sure it's not too tight. It takes away from your dressing. You could just get maybe a wool or a woven type of bodycon dress and it will still look good. That way it still looks thick and it's not too revealing. It will show your body shape in the way you want it to show it. So the next is the apple. The apple, for most mothers, we usually fall in this category. You've given birth, your midsection is full. Your stomach, your pregnant body is still trying to decide whether it wants to go or not. So you would want to wear very flowy gowns and skirts, flowy from your waist, from your small waist down. You wear something that flows, A-line dresses, flare tops, empire dresses. That way it hides your midsection. It's not revealing. You're looking okay, you're not worried, you're not trying to use your veil to cover your tummy, you're confident and all that. So if you're an apple body shape, also your upper body is a bit smaller than your lower body. So you would want to play around your upper body. You can use bulky sleeves, not too bulky, please. You can't go as bulky upward as a pear body type because they have a smaller upper body than the apple body. So you'd want to wear exaggerated sleeves. You want to play around with your upper body a little, not too much, because if you do too much for the apple body, it will now overshadow the lower body and you still end up with what you are avoiding. So for the apple body, we encourage flare tops, flowy gowns, something silky, it just flows, you're comfortable, you're not hiding anything, and we can see that you look good. Then for the inverted triangle, I said earlier that if you're an inverted triangle, your shoulders are really broad. So you would want to go really minimal on your upper body. Please don't wear structured tops, blazers that have shoulder pads or the likes. You don't want that. You'd want to go very minimal, flowy up, so that it tones down the broadness of your shoulder. Off shoulder is your friend if you have a rectangle or inverted triangle body shape. You can do off shoulders, you can do straps, you can do deep V-necks. That way it hides your shoulder. It doesn't look as broad as it should look if you are wearing structured tops. Then to combine colors now, this is a really broad one, and we can't tell you for every time you are wearing white you have to wear blue to go with it. No, the easiest way to combine colors, I know we all know of color wheels. We know our primary colors, our secondary colors, and all that. We're not going to it. So there are 3 major ways you can just combine your colors so that it looks effortless and you still look good. That's why I put a color wheel here. So the first way you can combine your colors is to go monochromatic. They also say monochromes. So you pick a color and then you use the tones in the color you have picked. For example, you see my purple now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tones of the purple. So if you want to combine your colors in a monochromatic way, you pick your purple, then you decide what shades of purple you are going to use. So maybe your accessories can be the darker colors, and then your clothing, the lighter tones of purple, or vice versa. Just to make sure that you are not doing too much. And if you are using the monochrome, please don't use more than 3 shades of the same color at a time. It makes you look like you are confused. So maybe you pick a dark shade of purple, the darkest shade, and then you can go with the lightest shade. Maybe your accessories can, find a balance in between. But when you start doing too many shades of purple, you start to look like the rainbow or something we are not sure of. So on the color wheel again, you can see that they have colors directly opposite each color. So you just pick blue and then draw a straight line. The next one there is orange. It means that blue and orange goes. So it is you that would now find the tone of blue that will go with your tone of orange if you are dressing. Again, for this one, you want to be careful how many colors you combine when you are going analogous. You don't want to look busy. You want to look simple. You want to look confident. You want to believe people when they tell you you look good. So another way you can combine colors is by, I think what I just explained is complementary colors. I said colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel. So those are complementary colors. So you could, for example, do a green dress, and then you know that you have, let's say, a light shade of red as your accessories. Or you could do a light shade of red as your accessories, and you could do really deep green colors as your main clothing. Just make sure you're not combining too many colors at a time. And I'd always say that if you are doing more than 3 colors, whether different colors or 3 different shades at a time, it's a bit too much, except if you're a video vixen or you are, I don't know, you're trying to do show and tell, but 3 colors is enough. Please don't do more than 3 colors at a time, whether it's a complementary or monochrome or the analog colors. Please do not do more than 3 colors at a time. So for the analog colors, there are colors that are neighbors on the color wheel. So it means you could do blue and indigo, blue and teal, green and teal, or green and lime, just like that. So you pick colors that are neighbors on the color wheel. Again, it sounds easy to always say, pick colors, do this. I want you to know that it is intentional. It's not easy. There are times that you have to dress, 2 or 3 times, look at yourself in the mirror and take something off. If it means doing that for you to be comfortable, please do not hesitate to do that. Your aim is to look good and to also feel comfortable in whatever you are wearing. So there's this thing we always are being told, that before you go out of the house, look in the mirror and take one thing off, one unnecessary thing off. So if you are going out and you look in the mirror and you see that you are wearing more than 3 colors or 3 tones of a color, please take one off. Less is more. You don't have to do too much to look beautiful or to feel confident. So the next one is you must have wardrobe essentials for a polished look. So for this one, I think I have just a few things that I think you should have in your collection. Again, the beauty of this is that if you look at these pictures, you can already see about 4 or 5 outfits here, just combining what is on the screen now. Sorry, I don't have a picture of shoes and a dress. But then just looking at this, I know we can already imagine what we are going to do with this already. You can pair the shirt with the jean, you can pair the shirt with the blazer and the trouser, you can do the shirt and the skirt with the blazer, you can do the t-shirt and the jean, So these are must-have essentials for your wardrobe. The first one is a black silk camisole. Please, emphasis on silk. Silk gives you a very polished look. It gives you this, I look good. It doesn't feel like I put in too much effort. And then it is very versatile. You can wear it to the office. You can wear it for a dinner. You can, it's a good thing to have, really, because it is very versatile. A silk camisole in a basic color, white or black. Again, when you are picking these colors, let me start by saying that you should be intentional about the quality of what you are picking, because you are not buying to use just one day and throw it off. So buy a silk camisole, the best quality you can afford. Because when you start to buy these really cheap ones or the wool ones, after one wash, you start to see hair on it and it takes away from your look. The next one you should have is a white button-down shirt. You see, it's a classic. It is timeless. 10 years from now, you wear your white shirt and you still look good. You can wear it to a lot of functions, so many functions. You wear it to the office if you want to look, you want to look well put together. Then you wear it with your high-waisted trouser, you tuck it in, you carry your structured bag, you are looking good. You wear your white shirt over a jean, you go for a picnic or somewhere casual or a lunch date with your friends, you still look good. It's a timeless piece you should have in your wardrobe. Then the next one is a plain t-shirt, a good plain t-shirt. Again, the best quality you can afford. It's also, there are times you have lazy days and you still want to look good. It's a classic. You just wear your jean with your t-shirt and a blazer on. You still look good to go. So make sure you have a good quality t-shirt in as many colors as you can. Again, you should make sure that they are light colors, please, because when you start to do really heavy or dark colors with your t-shirt, your outfit doesn't pop. It looks like you are hiding something or you are hiding from yourself. Then a good tailored blazer. This cannot be overemphasized. It can take your dressing from 0 to 10. You can just be casually wearing your jean and your t-shirt, and then it looks like, you just look like you're going to the market or something. But if it's a casual day, maybe a Friday, or you want to go for a business meeting and you don't want to look serious, when you throw on your well-tailored blazer, it takes your dressing up a notch. You are already looking, well put. You're already looking like you came out with intention. Please, a well-tailored blazer. It's advisable that when you're beginning to build your wardrobe, please have them in basic colors again. A black blazer, a white blazer, just basic colors that you can just pair it with any color, and you're not worried that you're looking too chaotic, and you're not looking like you have too many colors on you. When you're picking your blazer, please make sure you pick the one that fits your body type. If you're an inverted triangle, do not pick a structured blazer, a blazer that has shoulder pads. You will just look like you have too much pride. Please wear a blazer that does not have shoulder pads, that is easy on the shoulders if you are an inverted triangle. If you are maybe a pair, then you can have a well-structured blazer. That way it balances your shoulder and your lower body. So the next one is a midi skirt. For the midi skirt too, please look for a midi skirt that fits your body type. If you are an inverted triangle, again, you have no business wearing a pencil midi skirt. Your skirt should be mid-length, because you can easily wear it, to many places, to the church. You are not worried that it's too short. To the market, you are not worried that it's too long or too short. To an event in the evening, is an all-time classic. You can just wear it. It's versatile. So please, when you're picking a skirt or a blazer, make sure you're picking it in the appropriate type that goes with your body. Let's say if you are an inverted triangle, then you can wear something you can see on the screen: a flare skirt, a peplum skirt, an empress skirt, something that has volume down. If you are a pear body type, then you can wear a pencil midi skirt. That way, your upper body looks well structured, your lower body is not carrying too much bulk, and you still look balanced and good to go. Then the next one is a little black dress, as some people will say LBD. It saves you a lot of stress and rush, and I could just tell you, can you go with me for a dinner, and you just have 3 days. You are not worried that you have to go to the market to get a dress. No, you already have a black dress in your collection. So all you have to do is just to bring it out, give it a good press, and you're good to go. Again, please, your black dress should not be too skimpy, and so that you can also, it can be a good fit for whatever event. We don't want to be looking like we are ras. You want to look polished. You want to look well put together. And for me, looking well put together and exposing your body too much, it doesn't go hand in hand. So when you're picking your little black dress, please, preferably it can be mid-length, so that there are places you want to go and you're worried that your gown looks too much of a dinner dress, especially if it's a formal event. So if it's a mid-leg dress, you're not worried about it being too formal, or you're not worried about looking too casual. It's just a perfect fit for literally every event. So make sure you have a little black dress. If you don't like having black dresses for some reason, you can do dark colors, maybe navy blue, coffee, a deep dark color of a dress. Sorry. So the next is a dark straight leg jean. Now the catch of a straight leg jean is that it fits every body type. If you're an inverted triangle, it's straight, it's not adding bulk to you. If you're a pair, it's not adding bulk to your lower body. If you're an inverted triangle, it's just adding the right amount of bulk to your lower body. If you are a rectangle, it complements you. Whatever body type you are, a straight legged jean is your friend. It is a classic for every body type, and you can rock it wherever you go. However you style it, you still look very good to go. Then a high waist trouser. Again, it saves you the stress of, try if you are, let's say you are the apple body shape, is already high waisted. So it's, you can just put a really matching top that will cinch your waist and you are good to go. So a high-waisted top, it covers a lot. If you are a rectangle body type, you wear a high-waisted trouser, and you have a belt on, it has defined your waist. If you are the pear body type, from the waist up, it just flows down and it is giving you everything you want it to give. A high-waist trouser is your friend. Then good shoes. This cannot be overemphasized. Really good, comfortable shoes. If you are a high heel girly, you go for the heels that you want. If you are a, flat babe type of person, you can go flat too. Just make sure you have really good shoes. Not it's not quantity, it's quality. You can have a pair of canvas, a pair of heels, a pair of sandals, and you are good to go. If you have those three pairs, you can pair it with any of your dressings and you will still look well put together. Then structured bags. Emphasis on structured. When you're buying bags or when you're dressing up, please make sure your bags are always structured. Whether it's a tote bag or a purse, it should be structured. You carry a structured bag, you keep on the table, you see it just sit properly. You're not worrying that your bag is falling over and your things are spilling. It gives you a well put together look. Unlike those flappy bags, you are carrying it's just everywhere. It begins to carry the shape of the things you are having in your bag, and it doesn't make you look put together. So please, a well structured bag, whether it's a tote bag or whatever the size of the bag, please make sure it has a bit of structure. It adds to your look. It makes you look composed. It makes you look well put together. And then a belt. Please, you don't need this rough or very bulky looking belt. A simple belt is okay. A simple belt is okay. It goes with it. A simple black belt or a dark colored belt in the shade of whatever dress you're wearing is good. It complements your dressing, whatever body type you are. It adds to it. So I think we've stayed so much on how to pair accessories, and then we'll go to how to pair accessories to elevate your outfit. The first one I have is hair accessories. Please embrace hair accessories, minimal. You could do hairpins, scrunchies instead of using rubber band to tie your hair. It looks scruffy and unkempt. You can get a scrunchie or those little black bands you can find in the market. Please, they are your friend. It will make your hair look better. When you want to put your hair in a bun and you find that one side is falling off or the other, you could just use a pin to secure it and it stays there all day. You are not walking and taking hair off your face. You're not, trying to eat and you're putting hair off your face. Please, hair accessorize. You could use hair bands, to take your head back a bit. And again, I think something we neglect a lot is scarves. Especially if you have your old cornrows on and you've not had time to go and take it off. Instead of going out just like that, you just put a really, fine silk or satin scarf and you're good to go. Please, hair accessories are your friend. You use pins to hold your hair back, scrunchies to put them up in a bun, or headbands to lay them back. That way, there's no excess hair on your face and you're comfortable all day. The next one I have is brooches. Oh, sorry, I don't have a picture of a brooch, but I know we all know what a brooch is. There are times that your button can fall off or you don't want the way a cloth is hanging or something. Instead of using the regular office pin or safety pin, please use your brooch. It adds to your dressing. It looks like, oh, what's that? You just use it to hold your dress together and you are good to go. That way your dress is not looking tacky, it's adding to your style, and you are not worried that any pin from somewhere will fall off and prick you. Then the next one is glasses. It's also a very good accessory I think a lot of us are sleeping on. Please, you can find really mild, mild, good looking frames for your glasses, and you pair them. Say your hair is not made, you tie a scarf and you wear your sunshades. It has taken your dressing from 0 to 10. Again, you can use your glasses to, to aside the fact that it helps you to accessorize, it also shields your eyes from sun, from dust, and a whole lot of other things. Then the next one that I think a lot of us may be guilty of is our gadget accessories. It adds to your dressing more than you think. Sometimes we'll be going around with our screen guards looking cracked and funny. If your screen guard needs a change and you're not able to change, you can just take it off and wait till you are able to go and fix it. But you're moving around and your pouch is looking busy, is looking scratched and dirty. I know phone cases are not so expensive in the market. Please, again, you don't need those ones that are shiny and very glittery. Just something basic and simple is okay. Something very basic and simple for your phone cases, for your screen guards. Then if you have multiple accessories, you could just, plan them to be in the same family color, or in the same, in the same color but different tones. But please, let's try to change our screen guards as often as possible, and our phone cases. They don't have to be elaborate, just really simple and good looking. Then shoes. You need comfortable shoes. Sorry, my side is saying good comfortable bags. It's a mistake. It's good comfortable shoes. Whatever shoe you are picking, the first thing you should prioritize is your comfort. I'm sure there are heels, there are different inches of heels in the market to fit your comfort. Whatever comforts you the most, please go for it. Just make sure the shoes are of good quality and they are very comfortable for your legs. Then, as I said earlier, structured bags. Please, structured bags always, and they always, always, always elevate your dressing. Make sure you're carrying a structured bag, whether a corporate girly or you're going somewhere. It's even easier to keep. You know that you're not worried that your bag is falling over, your things are spilling, or you're looking clumsy. A structured bag in whatever style you want, whether you want it big or small or a purse, just make sure it is structured. Then the next accessory is wig. Again, in the best quality you can afford. But one wig I know that is timeless is a bob wig, a bob or a straight wig, a bob short wig. It goes for every event. You don't want it to, you can go to whatever length you want, but they are really versatile pieces. That pieces that when you're not too worried about your hair, you're not too worried about upcoming events. You know that whatever it is, all you have to do is to put your hair in a cornrow and you're good to go. Make sure that your wigs are always well kept. It's not the one that when you finish, you just go back home and you throw your wig in your wardrobe. Then the next time you are going out, you start wondering, what do I do with this hair? You have good hairs, but you're not. No, please make sure that you always keep at least one hair in a state of ready to use, as I always say it. Just make sure that you have at least one hair that is revamped and well kept, so that when you are going out or you want to do something, you can just easily pick it up and you are good to go. Then the next one we have is wristwatches and rings. Again, you don't need to wear these big and tacky wristwatches that have really big heads. Apart from time and looking good, I don't know why else you want your wrist to be heavy. So you go easy on a wristwatch. It will really tie your look together. You don't need to do excessive bangles and big rings. If that's your style, or if you are going for a fashion event that you need to go all out with your wristwatch and your wrist, that is good. But when you are going your day-to-day activities, please just have a simple wristwatch is good. If you are a a leather wristwatch type of person, perfect. If you are a chain wristwatch type of person, beautiful. But make sure it is minimal. The head is not too big. You just let it tie your dressing together. You don't want people to look at you and the first thing they see is a wall clock on your hand. No, you want it to be minimal. It should add to your dressing, not be the center of your dress. You don't want people to look at you and the first thing they are seeing is a very big wristwatch on your hand. No, please make sure that your wristwatch, it just has a little face, just sitting pretty on your hand, and your rings too. Rings are your friends. Just don't do too much. A piece here or there, you are good to go. So smart ways to upgrade your wardrobe on a budget. So the first thing to do when you are trying to upgrade your wardrobe is to buy clothes with intention. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear
Oh,
you.
okay. Is to buy clothes with intention. Please, when you go to the market, don't buy your clothes with emotion. Be intentional about what you're buying. Money is not easy to come by. And sometimes if money is not the only problem, you may not have the time for it. So whenever you have the time to go to the market, please pick your clothes with intention. Don't allow market people to pressure it. All they want to do is to sell their market. So even if it doesn't look good on you, they will try to, madam, buy this one. It looks good. I had 100 pieces. Now this is the last one left. If you don't buy, no, don't fall for that, please. Be intentional. Again, buy the best quality you can afford, the best quality within your budget. So you already know what you have in mind. You already know that, for example, you're a pear body shade, so you know what you are looking out for when you go to buy your dresses. You know that you are looking for a silk camisole, so you go and you don't allow anybody to pressure you to buy those really stretchy ones. Please pick out pieces when you are shopping. Don't allow someone to give you a set of clothes. No, it's your right, it's your money. So you can say, no, I just want the jean. I don't want that top. It doesn't work for me, and it's okay. Please pick your pieces with intention because you have what you want your wardrobe to look at. You are trying to clean out your wardrobe, a piece at a time. So now you know that the next time I'm going to buy a jean, I'm not just going to buy a random skinny jean. I'm going to buy a dark wide-legged jean. Have that in mind. Have what you want to have, a picture of what you want to buy in mind, and buy it with intention. The next thing is to learn how to do some beauty routines. Please, it's not every time or every event you want to go for, you have to look for a makeup artist. And when the person disappoints you, you now look like, you look like we should be sorry for you. No, learn how to do a very simple and basic makeup routine for yourself. Just have a signature look. In this time that knowledge is very available to us, you can go on YouTube and make do with whatever makeup kit you have at home. Learn the powder that fits your face. Learn how to do your lashes, or just something minimal, how to put your lip gloss and still look good without having to go to a professional, without having to go for a professional makeup artist. Then learn how to wax, or wax. If you are a wax girly, learn how to wax at least your underarm or your legs or something, or find something that works for you and learn how to use it. If it's a shaving cream, learn how to use it. You don't have to outsource every beauty routine. Your lashes, if you are the type that wears lashes every day, I think you should learn how to wear, it's not every day, or you have to go to a lash artist every week for them to do your lashes. No, please learn how to do simple, basic beauty routines for yourself. Learn how to lay your edges. If you are the type that wears wig, learn how to put on your your wigs, you know how to do all that without having to go to a salon, then learn how to fix your buttons. It looks little, but it really can take away from your dressing. You don't want to be going out with a missing button because you could not find a tailor or someone to fix it for you. Learn how to do basic things for yourself. Then change your wardrobe a little at a time. If you want to clean out your wardrobe now, I'm sure it will cost an arm and a leg. So you want to change it a little at a time. So you say, okay, by the first quarter of this year, I'd want to have a little black dress, a white button down shirt, and a straight leg jean, you know, or if it's just the little black dress you can afford, fine. You just do it one little piece at a time, small, small, small. And by the time you are done, if you are buying with intention, I think a year or 2 or 6 months from now, depending on how buoyant you are, you can tell that your wardrobe has significantly changed and you did not even, you know, feel it when you were changing it. Another trick is to find a celebrity that looks most like you. I'm sure sometimes we get the, you look like, you know, you mentioned a certain celebrity. Now you can observe how the celebrity dresses, especially if they have your body type. You know, for them, they've paid a lot of fashion designers and consultants to style them. So it's like you are getting expo from them. They already are dressing to complement their body. I'm sure if we're able to see their body under clothes, you'll find that, I didn't know this was an inverted triangle, but she looks so good. So, you know, they've done most of the work for you. You find emphasis on their day-to-day wear, not what they wear on stage, because you will end up looking like what we don't want you to look like. So find a celebrity that looks like you, and that should be your muse. That should be your inspiration. You dress like the person. Of course, you make your own modification, and you know you can personalize it, but it's always a good feel for you to find a celebrity that looks like you, has your body shape, and try to dress like that person with your own personal touch. Then the next one, you have a schedule or a routine. You know that you make your hair after every 2 weeks, or you make your hair every month. So if in the third week your hair is old, you know to take it out. Again, I said know how to do some beauty routines for yourself. You know, you should be able to pack your hair neatly and put it in a bun so that even when your hair is old, you know you can only carry it for 3 weeks and you only have time to make it on the fourth week. That way you are not looking rough, you are not looking unkempt. Have a routine. You know, you do your nails every 2 weeks. So you know that after 2 weeks, you are already thinking of taking your hair out. Again, you should spread out your routine. It's not a one day you want to make your hair in the same day, you want to wax in the same day, you want to do your lashes in the same day, you want to go to it will be too much for you, too much for your body too. So you just have a routine so that you can break up your so that you can break up your schedule. You know that you're doing your hair in this week, you're doing your hair, next week you're doing your nails. And it's okay to have, you don't have to fix your nails all the time. Give your nails a breather. It can be short and clean. It's okay, it looks beautiful. It's better than leaving your nails, they're already growing out and you've not had time to go and redo your nails. If it's already in that direction, please, you could just take it off, trim your nails properly, and you are good to go. And when you are fixing nails, if you know you would not have time to regularly repaint or redo your nails, it's easier if you use light colors, very light colors for your nails, maybe nudes, colors like that, so that when your nails start growing out, it's not too obvious. Rather than having bright red nails, and when it starts growing out, people from a mile away, we can see where the nail stops and where your own actual nail starts. It doesn't look good on the eye. So please have a routine and break it down. You don't have to do everything on the same day. So I hope this helps in building your wardrobe with intention. I hope it helps you to know what to look out for when you are dressing, or when you are buying your fashion pieces, or when you are dressing yourself up. So thank you for listening to me.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
You're
This was
welcome.
really, really interesting. I loved every session. I loved every part of it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So before we go into questions, I'd like to run through what you talked about and the part that I really got. Right. So you
Okay.
talked about our body shapes. I never knew we had up to five body types or body shapes.
Okay.
I always knew the hourglass, I know the inverted triangle, but I never knew we had the pear, the apple. I did not know about that until today, and I'm very excited to learn today. Thank you so much. So she said, in case you came late, please you're here to learn. She mentioned that we have five major body types, which is the pear, the hourglass, the rectangle, the inverted triangle, and then the apple, right? And then she said for those who have the inverted triangle shape, it's better not to wear structured clothes because usually your shoulders are larger, and so it's better to wear more fitted. Is it fitted? Okay, big shirt or but not the shoulder part. I guess I got that right.
Mm.
Okay, and then she also mentioned how um colors that we can use, color combo. We can use the color wheel. It's always very nice to use that. You can go monochromic, you can go analogous, you can do complementary, usually opposites the color wheel, right? And then she mentioned the must have essentials like little by little. You don't have to buy everything at once. You can just buy, today you can buy a new belt, tomorrow you can buy let's say a shoe, depending on what kind of shoe you want to go for. Because you said we have some essentials that we have to buy, like the sandals, sneakers, should have stuff like that, maybe in good shoe. So you can decide to buy sneakers today, next week, or next month, based on what you can afford per time to buy this and keep so that it's easier for you to make moves and then you can change your wardrobe in a shorter while without having to bear too much burden. So that was really amazing, amazing. So if you have any questions, these are cue to ask our questions. You can drop that in the chat box or um in the chat box or you can just ask them personally. So do you have any questions? Miss Iboro, welcome. Do you have any questions? Are you with us? Hi, ma'am. Okay. Okay, Dr. Ime, do you have any question for us? Do you want to know something? Any questions?
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you so
Good
much, Jackie, for these lovely presentations. In fact, I had to take screenshots of all the slides so that I could go through it again. And I learned a whole lot. In fact, looking at that things that we must have in our wardrobe, I decided
morning.
to ask myself from this list, how many do I have? And I performed so poorly. And I don't have any question, but I'm leaving knowing that I have a lot to do with regards to beefing up my wardrobe. And I just want to say a very big thank you to you for taking out time to teach us on how we could improve our wardrobe style. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. I think I have a question, right? So,
Okay.
so when it comes to those that go to the office, you said mission lazy days. So, what's the best thing we can wear on a lazy day? Because at days where I work 9 to 5 as well, and sometimes I'm just very exhausted. I don't know what to wear to work. So, what can I easily put together? I just wear to work and still look good.
Okay. So for your lazy days, as I mentioned, you saw a straight leg jean and a
Yeah.
t-shirt. It works for a lazy day. Again, a trick is to have an outfit, just have an outfit that you just know that this is not an everyday outfit. It's just for a day that I don't feel like I'm in the mood. I think I have a dress like that. When I just okay, I don't know what to wear, I'm out of time, or if I had planned an outfit to wear and then I find out that the button is off or something is wrong with it, I just fall back easily on that one. But I'm sure if you have a straight leg jean or a high waist trouser, it goes for you can just pair it with your white button down shirt or your t-shirt and you're good to go. And if you feel like you're looking too casual, you can put on your jacket, your well-tailored blazer. If you feel it's too serious, I'm sure you can have a just simple jacket or these sweatshirts, these really light ones that have buttons in front. Yes, you are good to go. If you have a midi skirt, I'm sure you have, so those are, if you just have one of those pieces, just build with intention. You could use the skirt, pair it with a shirt or something, and yeah, you don't have to do too much and you still look well put together. So for your lazy days, you
Oh,
can have a pair of jean or a high-waisted trouser or a midi skirt. Then from now you can with intention have a lazy day outfit.
okay. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
thank
that's
you a lot.
good. Thank you
Mm,
very much. So
you're
I have
welcome.
one more question. It's still
Okay.
about clothing, right? So I had
About what?
few about clothing, like how to
Okay,
pair
okay,
your
about
clothes.
clothing. Okay.
Okay. So I got a review from my colleagues at work that for someone like me, I think I would say I'm more in the pear body shape type. No, not
Okay.
pear. I would say rectangle body shape type. Yeah. So
Okay.
whenever I wear straight trousers to work, like a jean, they tell me, "Oh, you look better when you wear a free trouser." So I don't know what do you think about that.
They say you look better when you wear a straight trouser.
A free trouser, like
A
you know
free,
how you wear.
exactly. As I was saying,
Yeah.
you said you are more of a pear body shape.
I think rectangle for now. 'Cause I think I to build my body.
Yes. Okay. Because if even if you are a pear body shape or an inverted or a rectangle, sorry, the difference is in the width of your trouser legs. So if you are a
That's
rectangle, your pant legs should be wider.
okay.
you know and but if you don't feel very comfortable with it, as I said earlier, the straight leg jean fits everyone. It's just to know how wide you can go. So if you are a pear body shape, so I don't know what you're hiding, trying to wear very excessive wide leg pants. I'm sure that's why they are complaining.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe that's if I'm getting you correctly. if you
Okay.
are if you are a pear body shape, just make sure your trousers are wide, but not too wide, just wide enough, just straight enough, and you're good to go. Then, if you're a rectangle body shape, you want your illusion to be down, right? So it can
Mm-hmm.
be wider. Yes, it can be wider down. I don't know if I answered your question, if I got it
Yeah,
correctly.
I think you did. I
Yes,
think you
but I'm
did.
sure they will be complaining because why hiding what God gave you? Yes. So maybe your pant legs are too wide. They should be straight, not skinny, please, and not too, not pencil, just straight enough, and you will be showing the right in the right proportion you want us to see. So that way you don't feel like you're showing us too much, and we don't feel like you are hiding too much. I think
Alright. I think
yes,
there's a balance now. Thank you
yes.
so much once again. I
You're welcome.
enjoyed every bit of your session.
Thank
Welcome,
you.
Ibukun. You came really late, though, but you're welcome. Okay, thank you very much, Ma. I think that will be all. Do you have something else you'd like to say to us in closing?
Nothing
Maybe
really,
one
just
fashion thing that you didn't mention, something that we can take home.
yes, just thank you for listening. Thank you for learning. I'm happy you liked the session. Yes,
Yeah.
that's just it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the effort as well. I loved that. I was seeing everything you were saying. Your slides were on point. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Ma.
Thank
Hope to see you
you.
next time. Thank you. Bye, Ma. Thank you so much.
Bye. Mm.
Bye. Thank you.